That's the problem I have with a lot of ladies. We don't want to go out there trying to push ourselves that, okay, I'm a woman, I deserve the opportunity. But when they give you the opportunity,
Are you able to perform
yes,
at that level?
you need to be able to make sure you equip yourself well to even overperform if possible. Because that way, you don't only speak for yourself, you speak for other women coming.
Yeah.
You don't do things that make the company or whoever you're working with feel like, yeah, this person is a good addition to my team. Bring something to the table. This is not about marriage. Just bring something to the table and you will stand out. And I guarantee you're not only doing that for yourself, you are doing that for every other female coming behind.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Rachel. I talk about faith, I talk about my life journey, career, and thought-provoking conversations, actually, anything in between. So you're welcome back to another video. And as you can see that we have a guest today. Yeah, I'm super excited about today's video. So we're going to be talking about career and basically talking about how to be a woman and also owning your career and how to balance that with marriage. So yes, I'm going to introduce our guest to you guys today. Yeah, as you can see that she is in a uniform. I know you can already tell what her profession is, but if you're not so sure, I'm going to tell you, and definitely she would also tell us more about what she do. So she is a marine engineer. She is a wife. She does so many things. She's a businesswoman as well. She does so many things. Yeah. So this is engineer Yemi Adeosho. You're welcome to our channel today.
Drum roll.
Yeah. So before we go further,
Thank you.
I just want to say something. Like, we've really enjoyed so many beautiful moments together.
Yeah, we
We've
have.
shared so many conversations, right?
Yeah.
And one of the things that stood out for me speaking to you is how ambitious you are. I mean, if you have conversation with people, you can tell what really drives them. You can tell if they're really driven by a purpose. So, she's someone that she's so ambitious. She talk about her career, she talk about her goals and how she planned to actualize them. And it's really so wonderful to see that about you. Yeah, so that's why I really want to make this video with you, that people have to hear it. So I don't want those beautiful things that you used to tell me. I don't want to be selfish with that information. So let us also tell people about it. So, right, the first question I want to ask you is, how did you start? Talk about your career. What was the starting point for you? What was it like? And you can introduce yourself if I didn't do it better.
There is no manual to these things. Can go anyways. Hi everyone. Thank you very much for that overwhelming introduction, Rachel. Thank you. So as she said, I'm engineer Lawal Taibat Olayemi, and my husband's name is Doctor in the Making, Sahid Adeosho.
Yeah.
I mentioned my husband because he's very supportive. So I don't carry myself as a unit. I carry myself as a,
Lesson number one. I hope you guys are taking notes. Okay.
because if I can't stand here alone as myself without the support of somebody that actually wants something good out of me. So thank you for that
Amazing.
introduction. So back to your question. You said,
Yeah. What was your starting point in your career? How did you start?
how did I start, or how did I know this is what I want to do?
Yeah, you can maybe touch on that. Like, was it from the beginning that you knew you wanted to be an engineer? And not just any engineer, marine engineer. How did they start? And what was like the point of contact for you?
Basically, I've always been a curious child growing up. I've always been curious. I've always been, I always like to make things work, fix things, I always find the good in all bad. So that's me for you right from growing up. So I never knew I wanted to be engineer. honestly speaking, I've always wanted to be a doctor.
Ah,
Yes, I've
okay.
always wanted to be a doctor. I love everything medicine. I love everything treating people, caring for people.
Mm,
That has always been what I wanted from childhood. And I was a bright student right from then. And
mm,
everybody kept saying, "Oh, you make a fine doctor." So I carried that with me
yeah,
until,
yeah.
you know, it's so refreshing how things change, and you look back and be like, wow, how did I get here?
Mm,
And you realize it's just it's just good. So let's back up to the question how I became a marine engineer. So um as we all know, school finish and we're trying to get an admission and it's not working. We're trying different things, and then I started. Though I always know I was adventurous,
mm-hmm.
and I've always been the fixer of things. So
Yeah,
those two things stand out in what made me the engineer that I am
yeah,
today.
yeah.
So basically, I saw the opportunity to go into marine engineering, and I was like, okay, why not? I think I'm smart enough to do it.
Mm,
One thing I am is audacious. Like, I'm
yeah.
very audacious when it comes to doing something. I'm like, okay, I can do this thing now. It's not so, it cannot be that so hard. I can do it. And I will do it. Once I
Mm-hmm.
set my mind to it, I will do it.
Yeah.
So that's how it started. I saw the opportunity to go into marine engineering, and I went to it. I went, I had I joined the program, I graduated. It came with a lot of challenges because
Mm,
as a woman, that's going to always, because let me remind you guys, or let me educate you guys on what marine engineering is. Marine engineers are the heart of the ship. All the ocean going ship need good engineers to run, operate, maintain, and repair
mm,
the machineries when they break down, or to even have a safe and safe manning or safe voyage. Seeing your cargo or your supplies, your cars, your even down to everyday needs, because Nigeria as a country, we are a country that is driven by imports and exports basically.
yeah.
So all your daily needs, anything that is foreign based, know that it's our work.
Yeah, that's really amazing to hear. And how's that been for you? Let me see, how long have you been in this field?
Okay, technically I would say I've been a marine engineer for the past 10 years, because this is 2026. So I
Wow.
graduated in the year 2016.
Mm,
However, graduating does not make you a marine engineer, because I graduated from maritime school in 2016.
okay.
And then I went further to look for cadetship and everything. But as we know, women in maritime, this is another
Mm,
topic
yeah,
entirely.
yeah.
So it's been very, very, very difficult. It was very difficult for me to get into. I even had to work in a bank. I had to work in a bank because at the point I lost that drive, because
Mm,
they were not making it easy for us. It was not easy to get that seafaring internship. It's more like an internship
okay,
before you can be a certified marine engineer. You
okay,
need that time on board
okay,
to be a licensed marine engineer.
okay.
So it's just like, okay, I studied marine engineering, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't really say I was a marine engineer then, because I don't have the
The
license.
license. Okay.
So I struggled. I couldn't get it for like 2 years. And after I decided, okay, I need to make ends meet, I
Mm-hmm.
worked in a
Mm-hmm.
bank for 2 years. And that was like the lowest point of my life. I hit rock bottom because,
Mm,
you know, at the point when you hit rock bottom and you are like, who have I become? No, I
mm,
need to reevaluate. I need to check myself again and find my momentum. And that was the point where I decided to quit my job in the bank and say, okay, come what may, I'm going to drive this career. And God willing, God helping, because I'm a very prayerful person.
mm.
And I have a huge faith in God that
Mm,
when you put him first and when you put him in everything you are doing,
mm-hmm.
he will also come true for you. And he did.
Wow, wow.
So
Can we dwell more on when you said you were not able to get an internship and you had to go into something else? You know, that must have been a very, I mean, I can't even imagine when you've really prepared for something. I mean, you've gone through school, we're really looking forward to actually putting your knowledge into use. And it's like cricket, there are no jobs or internship coming forth, and you had to go into something else. So, how were you able to keep that motivation alive? Like, this is what I want to do. And then knowing that the job you had then, because you had to go work in a bank, working in a bank is not a destination. This is just for me to keep managing myself. So how have you been able to keep that dream, that goal of yours to become a marine engineer alive, even when it feels like everything around you doesn't seem like it?
yeah. Remember I said I had to hit rock bottom.
Mm,
You know, initially the reason I took the bank job was that okay, I felt like I have to sustain myself. I
yeah.
have to, try to make ends meet because I've always been I hold my head high. I'm not the type that
Mm,
like to really depend on anybody right from time. I've been very self sustaining or
mm.
God sustaining.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah. Yeah.
put it
God
at that.
sustain. Yeah.
So at that point I knew I needed sustenance, so I was working in a bank. But then it was not so easy because working in a bank, I know a lot of people have worked in a bank and you guys can,
Mm,
can tell how it was. So I had to hit rock bottom. And at that point, working with people that I realized that I can do far better than these people are doing. And I'm not
mm.
supposed to be here. And
You're feeling
yes, I
underutilized.
was. Thank you.
Mm,
That's the word.
mm.
So at that point, I had to reevaluate my life and my priorities and my focus.
Mm.
So I had to align it with myself and God's purpose in my life.
Yeah, yeah. I
So
love that.
I did, and it wasn't easy. I quit the job because I wasn't happy with it at the time also. So I quit the job and I started re-strategizing on okay, how can I tackle, because basically the issue we had then, or the issue, no, I wasn't the only one, so I wouldn't say I had. The issue we had then was because we are females in male dominated industry.
Mm-hmm.
Seafaring as a whole is a male dominated industry, and we being females, it's like it's already leading us 1-0.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you have to like be different or like just be favored
Mm-hmm.
for you to get opportunities. So basically, I had to start looking for ways to put myself out there
Yeah,
more. I had
yeah.
to see what connections I can make more,
Mm-hmm.
who I can talk to, things I need to include in my resumes,
Yeah.
and then other hands-on trainings or hands-on experience that I can add
Mm-hmm.
to increase my to make me
Chances.
marketable. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So basically those were the steps I took, and God willing and God being faithful, I excelled. I
Thank
found
God.
my path. I got back into my dream, and today, as God will have it, I'm now a certified marine engineering with over 5 years
Clock
experience.
it.
And here we are today.
Yeah, that's really amazing to hear. I mean, I love women who are really doing great things for themselves. Though the journey might be a bit rocky, but at least you keep going, you keep pushing. And I love what you said about you re-strategizing, like, okay, this is the situation I have. What more can I put? What more can I give to make me stand out? And that's really amazing. So another thing you mentioned was that, I mean, you confirming that yes, this industry is male dominated. So, for anyone watching this video that is in any other field apart from the engineering field, that is male dominated. So, what are the other things? I mean, apart from you trying to network, you trying to upgrade your technical skills, what were the other things that you did that made you stand out? And another thing is, in terms of relating with your male colleagues, even after getting the job, how to maintain that, like keeping your head up high, like, yes, I'm here and I'm here to dominate. So, how have you been able to handle that, even amongst your colleagues at work?
Thank you, Rachel, for that question. First, I want to say this to every female out there. In fact, as a woman,
Mm,
not only at sea, but at sea is peculiar because it's definitely, you don't only have to deal with it as a male dominated field, you also have to deal with the fact that you are on board away from your family, your loved one, your
mm,
spouse, and everything that matters to you.
yeah,
And we women, we need like a community to empower us because we live in a men's world, as we all know.
yeah.
So, as a woman going on board to work on a ship or working in any male dominated field, like you said, one thing you need to have is principle. You need to
Mm,
work with your principle. You need to be very disciplined. You need to know that this is what I stand for, and I'm not going to compromise that just to get favors or for someone to like me. Or
yeah,
you're not working for someone to like you. You
yeah,
are working for what you stand for. You want to see
exactly.
yourself in the next, say, 10 years and be able to say that, yes, I did this.
Mm-hmm.
Not you got there because you had to compromise on certain standards or on
Mm,
some. No, do you. You can actually do you and win.
yeah.
Yeah, I know there are some circumstances that can make you feel powerless or make you feel like you need to compromise. But no, there is compromise, any compromise. Yeah, there is compromise. Okay, I want to do this, I want to do this. If it's a compromise that still works with your principle, you can go with it. But if it's a compromise that comes with you belittling yourself or you subjugating yourself to something that is not acceptable to you, don't. You would always find an other. You always find other means to to
Mm,
get things done.
mm,
I'm a typical example.
mm,
When I was looking for a job, a lot of companies were telling me we don't employ females, things like, oh no, we don't have cabin for female seafarers,
mm.
or you have to share cabin with a guy, or you cannot, you will seduce all the other guys on the ship. Or I was getting a lot of things like that. And I had to, there was a time I even had a one-on-one with a captain that told me, yeah, the problem is not that I cannot have you, but I cannot protect you. What if someone tries to get at you? And I'm like, for you to be telling me, what if someone tries to get at me? You should be the one. You know,
That means it's that's
you are
even
the
been
captain.
happening.
You need to make examples out of things for people that this is not allowed on the
Yeah,
ship.
yeah.
Harassment is not allowed. And thankfully, IMO, International Maritime Organizations, they are really, really, really out there helping female seafarers now. They made new laws, new regulations, new
Mm,
sanctions
mm,
for ships or for companies that are not being serious on harassment and any issue that has to do with victimization
mm.
or backfire of when you report someone for harassment.
Yeah.
Many people, they don't even report harassment because they feel, if he
The
harasses me,
consequences.
yeah, what if the captain uh start treating me badly because I caused his friend to lose his job. So many companies now, based on IMO regulations, they are being taxed with ensuring that anybody that reports harassment doesn't get targeted for any by any other person on
Yeah.
board. So it's like we have a whole body behind women now. So don't be afraid. Anything you want to do, do it.
Do
As
it.
long as you know that you are doing the right thing. And one thing you need to equip yourself is be educated, be
Mm.
informed,
Mm.
because your knowledge goes a long way in helping
Yeah.
you stand out. You know, when I went to where I work with people that are not Nigerians. I work in international waters. Many of, in fact, most seafarers work in
Mm.
international waters. So we don't, we are, me as a black lady, I didn't even have to deal with the fact that I'm working as a female. Life was leading me like 3-0 because
Mm.
number one, I'm black. Number two, I'm a woman.
You're Nigerian.
Number three, I'm now working in engine room. Like engineering is like, even if you think about engineering, the
Mm.
first thing that will, if you think of an engineer, the first thing that will come to your mind is a man. I'm now an engineer. So it's like being on board for me, life is leading me through you already. So I need to work, I needed to work extra. Like I needed to be informed. I needed to be very, very patient and careful
Yeah.
and upstanding, because it's a different thing to be upstanding and it's a different thing to just allow things slide.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be, you need to know where to draw the line, because people will come to you with certain types of remarks or comments, but you need to know how to be intelligent with your response in a way that it doesn't insult them, but it
Yeah.
sets the bar that no, this is wrong, I will not accept this, but it's not insultive. Also, it's like you
Setting
find
the
a balance.
boundaries. Yeah.
So but where being informed comes to play is, if you know what you are doing,
Mm-hmm.
if you are informed, you educate yourself, nobody can tell you anything. If you do your job with utmost perfection, or at least to the standard, to the basic standard that is required of you, nobody can tell you anything, because your
Yeah.
work will speak
We'll
for
speak for
you.
you,
So
definitely.
that's the problem I have with a lot of ladies. We don't want to go out there trying to push ourselves that, okay, I'm a woman, I deserve the opportunity. But when they give you the
Are
opportunity,
you able to perform at that
yes, you need to
level?
be able to make sure you equip yourself well to even overperform if possible,
Mm-hmm.
because that way you don't only speak for yourself, you speak for other women coming. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
when they see that the one we have here, she's a woman, but she's even doing, do you know, before I left the ship I was sailing last, they told me we have other people coming to replace you, but we really don't want you to go because we feel like one of you is better than two of those. You know,
Mm.
because it's not just about, I might not be as strong, as muscular, as hefty as the guys, but it's about what
What
you
you have.
bring. You know, when your supervisor tell you, oh, we have this problem, you have to be able to provide solutions, be able to say, okay, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, be able to make a plan ahead. Oh, foresee things that, we didn't do this maintenance from this time, if we don't do it as at this time we might have these problems. We can do things that make the company or whoever you're working
Mm.
with feel like, yeah, this person is a good addition to my team.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bring something to the table. This is not about marriage.
Yes.
Just bring something to the table
Yeah.
and you will stand out. And I guarantee you are not only doing that for yourself, you are
Mm-hmm.
doing that for every other female coming
Yeah.
behind.
Yeah.
And when people see you as upright as this, they won't even dare come to
To
you with
challenge.
things
Yeah.
of
Mm-hmm.
ridiculous things, or even try to intimidate you or harass you based on anything, because they see that you're an upstanding person. So I think I'm talking
Amazing.
too much.
No, I honestly I can pick a lot of knowledge from everything that you have said, really, and it's amazing to hear. Let's talk more on support. So, at the beginning of the video, you mentioned how supportive your husband has been, and honestly, guys, marriage is beautiful. Marriage is a beautiful thing. You just need to find the right person for you. So, can we talk more about the support? How's it been for you? I mean, you've talked about everything you do, and I can pick from your work like you're a very busy woman, and not just busy, productive. like you have things going on for you. Have you been able to manage that with marriage? Let's start from there, like talking about your career, being a career woman, and also being a married woman.
Oh, thank you very much for that. You know, from the beginning, I said I don't just stand. I stand because I have support, because we all need that support
Yes.
at some point in our life.